Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Knoll. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. Now, of course, today's no different. Today, we're back to talk about this situation where I'm kind of with Sutton, let the mouse go. But Dorit is feeling a little perturbed by Garcelle's actions this season. And she's talking all about it on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show. We're going to jump into all of this and more. But before we do, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. Because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so Dorit is defending her decision to confront Garcelle about her mini jabs and her digs. And she said, especially after Garcelle decided to go public with the press and say that she wasn't feeling like she was fitting in with all of the women, most of the women, she felt like a little bit of an outcast. And she said the women were coming for her. Dorit was like, no, in the moment of my bridal launch party, I felt like that was necessary to jump right in and tell Garcelle exactly how I feel. She was calling her out. But again, we're over this, right? This is what she said. Garcelle was making these digs and these jabs in the group. It really was never when it was just her and I. It was not something anymore that I could just kind of brush off. Okay. She said it's not okay. And clearly there's an issue. So there has to be a conversation about it, at least for me anyways. All right. But it keeps going. According to Dorit, she was a little annoyed going into this conversation at her bridal launch party because she felt like she didn't get the resolve that she was looking for at the Rinna launch party, at the Rinna Beauty launch party, where Garcelle pretty much told her, F you, suggesting that Dorit was being rude and obnoxious when Dorit deflected and made it look like Garcelle was trying to throw Erica under the bus for having this conversation with Crystal, letting everyone know that Tom Girardi is still calling her. That had nothing to do with your back and forth with Garcelle. So I don't even know why Dorit is mentioning that. And honestly, I was looking at Garcelle like, yeah, you're right. This has nothing to do with you. So why are you talking about this? Why don't you talk about the problems that you have with her, which coincidentally, everyone else has with you too. They're all saying, if I ask you what time, you would tell me how to build the whole damn watch. You go on forever, and sometimes you start at an appetizer and then you make it all the way through dessert because you're still telling the story. I'm just saying, Garcelle is not the only one who said that. Dorit said Garcelle's the kind of person where she'll poke and she'll dig, and then if you confront her, she kind of immediately backs down or takes off. I was still a little bit perturbed. Okay. Now, Garcelle obviously was on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show too on her own segment, and she chimed in about this, and she was explaining why she felt left out and admitting to sensing that her feelings weren't important to the rest of the group. She said, I feel left out of the group because I do. That's how I feel. I think the whole Fox Force 5, my feelings are my feelings, whether they believe them or not, they're still my feelings. Even at the Lip Kit launch luncheon, nobody said anything on my behalf. I don't think that she's pulling this out of thin air. I think this is absolutely 100% true. The women almost come off like they have a pact, and then when Garcelle says something, nobody's defending her. But if Dorit says something, everyone defends her. Rinna says something, they defend her. Kyle, they defend her. I mean, Erica, obviously they're defending her to some degree and then laughing behind her back. But I really do see where they don't defend Garcelle. A lot of them aren't defending Sutton either, except for Garcelle. Garcelle's probably the only one who's like, you guys want her to own it, but then you guys are throwing her under the bus and you guys are making this 10 times worse than it needs to be. Again, that's why I'm here for Garcelle. She also went on to say, and Lisa Rinna in that moment, who was like, we're going to be friends, I'm going to prove to you, didn't say a word. She added that she can handle her castmates being more on Dorit's side because she's a big girl. Now, when it came to Crystal Kung Minkoff, she also weighed in on the ongoing tension, and she said that she feels like it's all resolvable. Actually, her words were, I think Dorit feeling the way she did is warranted, and to bring it up and saying it out loud was actually an olive branch. If you don't care about someone, you don't care, you're not going to say anything. I think that's a good example too. I don't know if that's because she cares about someone or if that's because she's contractually obligated to have these tougher conversations, because that is the whole makeup of this show. Crystal will get that soon enough, but I think when she's saying this, she's also referencing the feud, the back and forth between Sutton and Erica, because Erica has chosen in this moment, listen, I don't want to talk with her. I have nothing left to say to her. I, at this point, have so much coming down on me with my legal woes, Tom Girardi's legal woes, a burglar, a conservatorship, my son rolling his car, Tom Girardi being ejected from his car and being left unconscious for 12 hours, allegedly. All of these things are adding up. And she's like, I don't have time for your small town bullshit. Okay. So she's chosen, after pretty much threatening her and then saying the threat wasn't a threat, it was a promise, telling her she'd come for her, she's choosing to no longer associate. So when she sees her, it'll be the pleasantries, the cotton candy. Hi, how are you? Oh my God, you look cute. Bye. Sometimes that's the way to go. All right. Well, with that, I have a few questions for you guys. How do you feel about Dorit's ongoing issue with Garcelle? Do you think it's warranted? And do you think it should be something that is continuously talked about? Or are you agreeing with me in this moment that we should probably let the mouse go? Just saying, just saying. And also, how do you feel about Garcelle not really feeling like she's part of the group, that she's kind of an outcast? I think her points and her feelings are valid. I think that we've seen from the rest of the group that there is this sort of pact. But again, I don't want to just give you my opinion. I want to hear your thoughts as well. All right, go ahead, take it away. And don't forget, today we are going live at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac on Jason's channel, Down with Jason. So make sure to catch us there. And also, we will be around for this week's episode of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You guys know we won't miss it, so I'm super excited for that as well. Go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. Because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.